Alright, it's only me. I've come on tonight. I'm going to talk about the recording I did of the Blackfoot track, Pay My Dues, which was a cover of, I'm pretty sure Blackfoot, that's a cover of like a kind of 1960s kind of soul number, and they've rocked it up. So I mean, it's a cover of somebody else doing a cover, but I've like stuck with the Blackfoot version for their excellent 1979 album Strikes. And if you haven't heard any Blackfoot, then I suggest that you remedy that as soon as possible. For me, probably my favourite southern rock band, although they were only hot for maybe about 4 or 5 years. Did a couple of albums early on which are fairly decent, but then once they released Strikes in 1979, they had a run there with Tomcat, Marauder and Highway Song Live, which they 4 albums are absolutely amazing. You need to get a hold of them if you haven't heard them. Like kind of southern rock with kind of heavy metal tinge in there. And then the next album they did, the amazing Ken Hensley, who was in Uriah Heep, did an album called Siogo, which is also pretty good, but it's not really in the same style as the Blackfoot albums before it. And then after that, the whole thing kind of came off the rails. And then Ricky Medlock, who was the original drummer in Lynyrd Skynyrd, if I remember right, eventually went back to the mothership, Lynyrd Skynyrd, as a guitar player. And ever since Gary Rossington died, he's kind of seen as one of the main men. So you're not going to see like any kind of Blackfoot reunion. Although Jackson Spires, the drummer's been dead for a long time. But anyway, that's just a bit of background on Blackfoot. You know, get my backs and my blacks mixed up there, get it back and black. But anyway, let's have a look through here and see what we've got on the tapes for this particular one. This was quite a wee quick one to put together. Kind of blues bass number, based around like an E, A and B kind of pattern. So what we've got here is the guitars on here, track 1 and 2 as usual, track 3 is the bass, track 4 is the drums. Track 5's the lead vocal, track 6, 7 and 8 are all background vocals. Well, no, I never kicked in with the backing vocal on track 8, which makes up the 3-part harmony until I got to the end of the track, just to make it a bit more interesting. So, let's have a play through it and see what's on here. It starts up with the 2 guitars coming in here. Aye, that's just the rhythm guitar, kind of Charlie Haggart, and then there's your Ricky Medlock, and then the bass and drums come in with it. Just underneath the guitars, Ken. And then you come in here to this bit with the old singing. Good fun doing all the singing. You've got to try and get the guitars as tight as you can, so it sounds like one guitar. It's quite easy to play tight with yourself if you know what you're doing, and the bass as well. And then when you stick the drums in, you go with it. Good fun track. All the wee harmony guitars and stuff. It's just kind of laid back and bluesy. There's not really that much to it, really. One of the guitars with a pick slide coming there. And then we're going into the guitar solo here. Lots of wild bends. this is us coming to the end here, where you get the 3-part harmonies on the back and singing.
Come on, boys! Living a life, it ain't easy. Living a life,
And then that's just
it ain't easy. Living a life,
the high one,
it ain't easy.
the bottom one, and then the middle one.
It ain't easy. Living a life,
And then that just went on to the end, and then I put a, I just faded it out because I knew there wasn't going to be a hard ending on there. It's a good fun track today. And if you're looking at this and thinking, hey, he's got his knobs and stuff fixed on that R8 box, it isn't. It's actually a different recording box. That was a gift for Tam Kerr down in there, which is absolutely amazing. If you get to see this, Tam, absolutely blown away. He gave me it because he had one himself and he was moving house, and he seen that mine's had been well worn, and he says I could have this because he knew that I would use it. So it's very much appreciated. It will be used, and I'm using it already. I forgot to say the other day there because I just kept using the old one. But I've got the old guitar here. Show you how to play the band. Didn't play a Strat on it, although I probably should have, because Ricky Medlock plays the Strat with the old single coils. So what you've basically got there is just this riff which goes. And then that bit beginning with the. Where I take my I see the blues from the start of that bad shine from the sky up above. It's just around the bend. And then we got E with this, where you're going with this. It's just the same pattern again for the second verse, and then you stick on the E one with the, once you've done that, the crash on the E with the pick slide, and then for the guitar solo it was just that. So let's have a play through it. I'll do the Ricky Medlock part, and then I'm going to make a chicken curry tonight because there's nobody else here. So let's get tore into this. This is Blackfoot's. I've turned Ricky Medlock off, so it's going to be me. Although I probably got the guitar probably got to be a lot louder than the music. So here we go. This is Pay My Dues.
it's just around the bend.
There you go, there you go, we're singing there. But anyway, that's what happens at the end of every fade out. They don't just keep on playing out there forever, you know. But anyway, that's how you do the old Blackfoot track, Pay My Dues. But check it out if you're into a bit of kind of southern boogie rock. But anyway, thanks for watching. I don't know how many of these I've got left today, but we'll get there. See you later on, ta-ta, thanks for watching.